So I have found out that when you eat a fruit diet and you combine that with NoFap and semen retention, you require a lot less sleep. From my experience, I actually have been working at a warehouse full time, and I eat basically the natural human diet of fresh, high water content fruits and vegetables, mostly fruit and some tender leaves. That's basically the core of my diet. And I combine that with all the other aspects of health I learned about, namely drinking clean, purified spring water as often as you can, NoFap semen retention, getting enough sunlight. Let's see, what else do we have? And, just practicing spirituality, like yoga, breathing exercises, chanting mantras, affirmations, things like that. Stretching is also awesome. On top of that, I do love to work out. I like to use free weights, but at the same time, I also use my own body weight in the form of push-ups, pull-ups, glute bridges, planks. What else do we have? Squats, body weight squats. Like what are those called? Pistol ones. Pistol squats are awesome, but I would say that those should come with like a disclaimer as as you could potentially injure your knee if you start doing them and you aren't ready per se. I think it's best if you hold on to like a wall or some type of object, and you just get the hang of it first, and then you can squat on your own, because you are basically squatting with only one leg at a time, working on your balance and coordination. But going back to the fruit diet, I find that I am much more hydrated. If you're eating mangoes, papayas, melons, citrus fruits, apples, things like that. If you're eating salads as well, like lettuce, tomatoes, avocado, all those good things. I just find like if I go days and weeks eating only that, I am, and on top of that, drinking water. I'm just at my peak health wise. I mean, it's not just the diet which I'm talking about, but I just, if I'm eating that way, and I'm on a NoFap and a semen retention streak, I can only sleep, for example, 4 hours, and then ride my bike to work at around like after 6 a.m. and I can get to work at 7, and then I can work really hard, like at the warehouse, like moving pallets around, like wrapping up boxes, having things shipped out, using a forklift, carrying around boxes, all of that stuff. I can do all that and then come home on my bike, and obviously I worked it super hard, and so when I get home I just kind of rest a bit. But I find that if I'm eating right and I'm on NoFap and semen retention long enough, I can even having enough energy, health, and vitality where I can get a workout and or a stretching session and taking a walk. And I am in my mid 30s right now. I am almost 36, and I have even more energy than when I was than when I was in high school, and especially in my like my late 20s, for instance. When I was like in my mid to late 20s, I was constantly I was eating so much crap, I was just constantly fapping and jerking off all the time, just eating unhealthy, just a lot of fast food, tons of caffeine, like coffee with cream and sugar, like a whole bunch of energy drinks. And I've just found that I was in a toxic body doing that way, like eating that way, drinking that way. No, not to mention I was consuming like alcohol and excess and stuff like that. And I just felt literally like a zombie. And I am a bit older now, but I feel great, like I just have a lot of stamina. So I would say for anyone who is just having a hard time in life, definitely change up your diet to a more plant-based diet, lots of raw fruits and veggies, drinking several liters of water a day, getting enough exercise and sunlight, sleep, all that stuff. Have that all dialed in, and also for sure, like get off PMO, porn, masturbation, orgasm, just like hard mode, or there's also like that monk mode where you're basically are doing hard mode. You're abstaining from porn, sex, orgasm, all that stuff, and you're just being like as hardcore, like you aren't drinking alcohol, or smoking, doing hard drugs or anything like that, and you are just living a pristine, clean, and righteous lifestyle, and you are, you're doing yoga and meditation, all of that stuff, it's all just, it's it's critical if you want to be a happy person, a healthy person, a successful person, just overall, like at work, in business, relationships, friendships, all that good stuff, Reading in my eyes is also a must, like a king has to be constantly, like gathering in new knowledge, learning all of that stuff, man. Like like in my eyes, everyone needs to be working on every aspect of their life, like financially, spiritually, physically, mentally, all that stuff. It's hard work, but it is worth it, man. It just is. So yeah, I'm out.